All right, good morning, everybody. Nate, what's good, bro? Hit the poll. What do you think? The dollar's gonna rise or fall after economic news? Again, let me know if you guys can see the chart and if you can hear me okay in the chat. All right, again, news in 5 minutes on PCE, ladies and gentlemen. So previously we were at 0.1% last month. This month they're expecting it to go up to 0.2%. All right, and the clock is ticking. We got 3 minutes left. So or PCE, core PCE, is derived from PCI. All right, it is the measurement of goods and services targeted towards and consumed by individuals. Prices are weighed according to total expenditure per item, which gives important insights into consumer spending behavior. CPI is released about 10 years, or I'm sorry, 10 days earlier and tends to garner most of the attention. It's the Federal Reserve's primary inflation measure. All right. So inflation is important to currency valuation because rising prices leads to central banks raising interest rates out of respect for the inflation containment mandate. All right. So again, this should be a mover today on the dollar, and it's dropping in about 2 minutes and 30 seconds. So hold on to your horses. If you were in any trades that involved the dollar and you were up in profit, I suggest you close them out or you lock in profits before news drops. All right, or else you might be disappointed. Okay, looking at the dollar, we're still kind of torn between the two, looking like we're going to continue to rise up, which is very good. All right, and I just want to show you guys that really quick, the indices look like they're about to fall. All right, it's not that they will, but they have a very high possibility of falling. So we're at this major resistance area, supply zone, and we could easily get these indices to drop. My alerts are set. All right, so again, if it does start to fall when news gets released, we'll be notified of that, and I'll be looking to sell it. So I have some, sell limit set just in case it pushes up a little bit more. But I think they're gonna fall, right? So NAS is prime time. So is SPY and US 30. All right. But we may not be able to take advantage of it. I mean, the only way to do it is to sell it right now before news. And again, that's very risky. But no guts, no glory sometimes. All right. So coming back to the dollar as we got a minute on the clock. Again, we've been respecting this fair value gap, so I still expect the dollar to rise. Guys, go ahead and click on the poll and cast your vote on what you think the dollar's going to do in the next 60 seconds here. All right. I'll put some alerts below just in case, but I do believe we're going to get a rise out of the dollar. So if news, let's see, actual greater than forecasted is good for currency. So it needs to come out higher than 0.2%, all right, for PCE. And then for employment, actual greater than forecasted is good for currency. So it needs to come out higher than 0.9%. All right, we got 30 seconds on the clock. All right, so the countdown has begun. We're almost there. All right, we bought USD CHF in my live yesterday. We bought USD JPY in my live last night with my team. All right, we're up pretty nicely on UJ, and dollar CHF, is pulling back on us, but we're still in profit. And you can see it's very bullish. So here, 3, 2, 1, and here goes news. Let's see what the dollar does. All right, USD JPY is going off. I mainly had alerts to let me know if it was rising, so it's probably rising. All right, so news for PCI came out as expected. All right, so it didn't go higher or lower. It stayed the same, as well as unemployment costs. It stayed the same, or it stayed as expected to 0.9. So actually, that made it go up. Right now, the dollar is pushing up a little bit, and all of my alerts are going off. So if the dollar rises, it has a negative correlation with the indices, ladies and gentlemen. What that means is if the dollar goes up, the indices go down. And if the dollar goes down, the indices go up. So again, no real movement on the dollar just yet. But again, the dollar is still bullish. So I want to take a quick glance at, some of the pairs that we have that are going off that are related to the dollar. All right. So NAS is going to be one of them. It's a big dog. All right. It hasn't really given us any significant drop at the moment. So I'm just going to, get my alerts a little tighter and put them in the mix to let me know if we start to snow. All right. So boom, bam. All right. Got a good amount of alerts on that in GU. Right. So nothing's really moved. All right. And that's not a good thing. Because usually that's letting you know that it's waiting on something else to happen. All right, and there's no more news for the day, so not quite sure, what it's waiting on. But the CAD news, there was CAD news this morning for their GDP that also just dropped at 8:30, and the news for the GDP for the CAD came out less than expected. So it shows as bad for their GDP. All right. And again, GDP is just the measurement of the economic activity, right? Throughout, goods and services, right? Produced by the economy. So, you know, in this case, they're saying if the actual was greater than forecasted, it'll be good. But they forecasted as 0 or minus 0.1, and it actually was minus 0.2, which is higher, right? But supposedly it's bad because it's not lower than what they forecasted it to be. So we may go and look at some of the CAD pairs just to see if there's any opportunities on them. But, mainly focusing on the majors with the dollar because, that's the news that we are trading this morning. All right. Good morning, Toya. All right. So getting back, seems like Nas is definitely trying to do something. All right, guys. So you may be able to take advantage of this nice drop that we can get on these indices. All right. Looking at it, it does not look too divergent, but there's a little bit of divergence here. All right, let's get on our moving averages. Okay, and our pivot points. All right, so we're not below a pivot point. We're not below the moving averages. So the indices are still bullish. All right, guys, we don't take this prematurely. Guys, let me know if you can see my screen. I don't know if you can. Right now, it looks a little like it may not be displaying. So again, let me know in the chat if you are able to see my screen. Okay, just need to make sure. Okay, perfect. Thank you, guys. So, SPY, all right, same deal. Prices above the moving averages and the pivot points, and so is US 30. All right, so all indices still bullish, all right, for now, right? As high as it's been going, it looks like they can still fly if they want to, okay? So, let's get back to the dollar. Now the dollar seems to be rising. All right. Now that's good for our dollar CHF play, which we're already in. So again, if you're, coming in new this morning and you weren't in the live yesterday, right? You did not take advantage of the dollar CHF, but you have an opportunity to do so now. And on the chart, we're getting bullish readings from our indicators. All right. 14 period moving average, that blue line, and then the orange line is our 50 period moving average. They're both below, well, the 50 is below price and price is above our pivot point. And we're beginning to create what we call a morning star. Regardless, what I'm getting at, guys, is that you have a good opportunity to buy it right now, getting behind the pivot point, aiming for a 1 to 2 on your risk to reward, right? So you'll make 44 pips, risking 22 pips. That is a good trade, all right? But you can see my team, we're going for the gusto. We're up 25 pips and counting as my alerts are continuing to go off on dollar CHF, all right? And here goes the dollar, there goes pound dollar, there goes SPY, US 30, right? You guys get the gist. Oh man, so really going off now. Let's get to these indices. All right, they're starting to drop. Ladies and gentlemen, I got to take my chances. All right, it's just what it is. All right, so if you're going to rock with me right now, let's do it. All right, selling. Again, I'm doing this very prematurely, just FYI. All right, guys, we have not gotten any break of structure, right, or change of character, right? We haven't gotten a lot of bears to show up. So this is a very, very premature trade. All right, we can lose this trade. So don't jump in just because I say jump in, right? Understand that if you're willing to risk, right? Let's just do the quick measurement on what our stop loss is. Okay, that's about 78 points. This is on NAS. Okay, on a micro lot, that's $78. All right, so if your balance can't take that kind of a loss, do not take this trade. Right, a lot of times you may not even be able to get into a micro lot if you don't have a significant amount of money in your account. All right, and I'm talking maybe you'll probably be able to get in with possibly $600-700 roughly on a micro lot, but depending on your leverage. But it's better to have at least $1,000 in your account to take out any micro lot on the indices. All right, yes, I'm pretty sure some of you guys know you may not need as much money, right, to get in, but at that point you will be most likely eating most of your margin, which is where you got to be pinpoint on your entry so that you're not in any drawdown, so you don't get any margin call, right? And a lot of times if you just have enough and you get into these indices, at that point you're probably over leveraging, and you don't never want to over leverage if you can help it, right? If you're professional and you kind of know what you're doing, right, it's a different story. But if you're a rookie and you over leverage out the gate just because you want to get rich in one trade, just understand that that'll always have your emotions in the blender. You'll never sit still, right? You'll never be worry free, right? You'll always be wondering what is it doing, right? You want to be in a position, guys, where you can relax when you take a trade, right? You don't have to sweat bullets and bite your nails and have panic attacks. All right, and the only way you can do that is by not over leveraging. So please hear me out on that. All right, if you want to survive the way the professionals do. Well, we thrive, right? But we had to learn how to survive before we got to where we are. But again, little push down, so not much significantly, right? Again, you guys, if you want this play, let me know. I'll throw it in the chat, but it is very, very premature. All right. Let's get back to the dollar and kind of see where we are. All right. So it's stalled a little bit with breaking above. Now we did break above it here, right? So we broke above that high and we did a little bit of a pullback. So now let's get rid of this fair value gap. And there is our order block to that most recent break of that high. All right. So boom, there it is. I'll take off all of this again. Like to keep it clean. Okay, guys. So here we have it. I believe we're going to get that push up. All right. It may take a little bit. That's how things are. And, typically Friday things slow down for a number of reasons. All right. But for right now, dollar still looks promising for a push to the upside. All right. Let's again skim through. Here's odd dollar. All right. So if dollar rises, this should fall. And quite frankly, right now, it's not looking too promising for a fall. So we're going to move away from odd dollar, but I will push the alert up. Okay, here we go on euro dollar. Again, it's holding its ground, which is, it makes you start thinking pretty much, what is it that you really want to do if you don't want to fall, right? Because if the dollar's rising, you should be falling. All right, so if you're not falling, what's going on? All right, so I'm just going to put a little level of support to represent, where it's holding. All right, And again, there's potential to rise from here and start going up. Again, the dollar could fall, right? We don't expect it to, but that is just a possibility, okay? But from the way it looks, again, it just looks very, very bullish. If it falls, I would be surprised, okay? Not super surprised, but just from the way that we've broken this high, I know that, we expect a pullback and we've gotten that. So it should be time to do the run and push up. All right. So, again, if it does fall, there will be a little bit of surprise, there. Let's see what you guys say. All right. So, you guys are believing that it will fall. All right. That's interesting. Okay. So we'll see what goes on, but dollar getting some alerts starting to fall, and we got this nice doji, right, which is typically, that indecision candle that is the start of a potential reversal, right, whether it's up or down. But right now it is looking like, it could potentially turn into what we call a evening star, and price could start falling. So I'm just going to put one more alert. All right, going to go to EU, put some more alerts. Again, I mainly want to know if they begin to fall. All right, and pound dollar again is another heavy weight. All right, so we definitely need to know when this is falling. Again, there's potential here, guys, big potential for a fall. So please understand that. But right now, because they're all stalling, that kind of gives off, uneasy vibes. All right. New Zealand dollar is giving us great downtrend market structure. So you can see that we broke this low and now we pull back to make a lower high, right? So again, high, low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, and again, a lower high. So we need to, after this lower high, we typically will go and create a lower low, breaking this low. So we have potential here on New Zealand dollar, but we'll let the alerts guide us through, all right? Pound CHF is going off on something. Okay, pound CHF looks good for a drop, guys. So we're all in the dollar, but looks like this is where we might make a nice play right here. All right. So let's go to the lower time frame and check this out, guys. Pull up pound CHF right now. All right, in your demo account, in your live account, get ready to sell it. All right, I like this double top that we've gotten from a major move up from support. All right, we've broken a lot of levels to the left. We've tapped into this fair value gap here, and we're starting to respect it. Yes, there's supply that we have not tapped into. I will map that out right here so you guys understand. Okay. All right, and if we put a short position on right now with a stop above that supply, we're looking at 70 pips roughly. All right, and now if we aim for a 1 to 2, let's see. Yep, easy money, guys. All right, 185 pips for a 70 pip stop loss, right, is how you can play this, right, meaning sell it now, or, right, let's get a different position on, and I will show you guys how to place it here at the beginning of supply, just in case it wants to sweep the liquidity behind these equal highs, right? Sweep it, tap into supply, and then drop. You can have a sell limit order right here that will get you into that play if price happens to rise a little bit higher. So please hear me on this, because again, when we're selling, that's typically what we want to do, right? The best scenario is selling high. All right, so if you can put a position to where you can get into a sell from a higher price, right, that's always a good thing. All right, but here are the two positions that we can take, and basically you click, do sell limit, set your stop loss, right? You don't even have to put it that far because you are getting higher, so you can minimize your risk, right? That you expose yourself on the trade. So instead of us having 70 pips on, this market sell here, right, we can, it's really more 75, but here with our sell limit order, we can have just 50 pips. All right, so again, risking less even to make more, right? We're making 223 pips. Again, we're getting in higher, right, versus making 180 pips, getting in lower. It's just the name of the game, guys. It's very simple. buy low, sell high. All right, but I like how this looks. Just want to put some indicators on, see what they say. All right, so again, we're still above the pivot points, right? Again, we are making uptrend market structure, so we could bounce from this pivot and get up to this level of supply. All right, I think that is still possible, right? It's still on the table right now, so we're not going to sell it just yet. We are going to put in this sell limit order because it is a better trade, right? As price gets to that supply level, all we got to do is look left and see, well, the last time it got here, it did a major drop, all right? And the kind of pips that we got were 227 in about 5 days, right? But that's, really bringing it all the way over there. Let's try it just from right here to about this low. And that just took 22 hours, right? 173 pips. So again, this is a pair that moves, right? And we want to make sure that we can capitalize from that, right? But you do it from selling high, right? Versus selling low. So I'll give you guys the play on pound CHF. If you're not going to take it in your live account, please take it in the demo account so you can see how things play out. All right, but here it is, pound CHF. This is a sell limit. All right, again, this is a pending order. Make sure you do sell limit, not sell stop. All right, your entry price is going to be 1.13444. All right, your stop loss is going to be 1.13946. That is 50 pips. All right, and your take profit, ladies and gentlemen, will be 1.11204, and that's for 224 pips. All right, I'm not sure if this will play out today, possibly next week, but it is a very good setup. So again, if you agree, go ahead and take the trade. But here is dollars JPY, and it is rising. Get some more alerts on it. Okay, dollar CHF. All right, it's starting to climb back up. All right, which is good. Put some more alerts on that. Okay, as we wait for those, I'm going to go and look at our oil trade that I called this morning for my team. And what do you know, ladies and gentlemen, we are in profit. All right, we have bullish divergence. I'll take off these indicators for now. All right, but we have bullish divergence on the chart where the chart is making lower lows, but the RSI is making higher lows. All right, so it's giving, it's a tattletale giveaway that oil should begin to rise. Now, the way that this looks on the chart, it doesn't look fully bullish, right? Like you haven't gotten, if we look at the higher time frame, all right, you can see we got this low, but here's that previous high up in this area, and we haven't really broken above that yet to be, bullish, okay? But, this is just an experience thing, right? Once you see divergence and you understand what it represents, you take your chances on catching that reversal at a early point, right? Catching it when it breaks above the high is catching it at a later point, which again is more of a confirmation that price will go higher. But guess what? In order to break that high, it had to come from the low, right? You know what I mean? So if you can potentially get in a little early as it goes to break that high, giving you confirmation that it will continue going up, right? That's a good thing, and that's what we're trying to do. So again, this is the play that we're in on oil, and it is looking promising. All right, we're aiming for 300 pips, right? We're at 72 is where we got in, and we're trying to get it at 75. That is a $3 move on oil. Every dollar move on oil is 100 pips. All right, so that is 300 pips. On a standard lot, that is $3,000. All right, guys, oil pays. Right, on a mini, that's 300, and on a micro, that is 30. All right, so please, look at it, see how you like it, and if you want the numbers to the play, let me know. I will pop it in the chat for you. Okay, but that is oil. Since dollar's going up, let's take a look at gold. All right, well, gold continues to rise, and that is not how that typically works. All right, typically dollar goes up, gold goes down, but gold's like, yeah, I got my own thing I'm gonna do today. So, you know, this is why you go with what the chart is showing you and not correlation, right? I'll tell you guys time and time again, it's just the way to go, right? There's a lot of strategies out there, right, if you will, that you know aren't as concrete as you think they are, right? We go with correlation strategies, but prices, I mean, sorry, pairs aren't always 100% correlated, right? So you'll find, some errors in those type of strategies, right? And then you'll be wondering, well, what the hell is going on, right? It's something that's not as concrete as you would need it to be, right? Price action is concrete, guys. If it says that it's going up, most likely it's going up. All right, you know what I mean? There's hardly a situation where you see price rising, right, and making uptrend market structure like this, and then you're just saying to yourself, oh, well, it's just going to fall, right? You know what I mean? No, that's just what you're feeling, what you're hoping and wishing for it to do. But what it's telling you is that it's going up. So again, this is, king, right? And determining what it is that you want to do. Just stick with what the structure is telling you, all right? Because, in real life, right, if somebody's trying to tell you something, especially if you're in danger, right, and you don't listen, right, we know how that goes, okay? So again, please understand, you want to go with what the chart is telling you and not what, anything else might be, right? If you had to choose between the two, is what I'm saying. I'm not saying indicators don't work. I'm not saying correlation doesn't correlate. All right. I'm just telling you there's certain times where those things you will find discrepancies, okay? In correlation, you will find discrepancies in indicators, but you will not find discrepancies in price action. All right. It's just how it goes. All right. Unless there's news. All right. Let's just put that out there. But here we go. Yes, Dave. Yep. Thank you for putting a stamp on that. All right, because he knows. All right. Let's get back to the dollar really quick. All right. Yeah, it's looking like it's ready to shoot off, guys. Just don't know why it's taking its poor sweet time. It's almost like it knows we're waiting, right? You know what I mean? It knows you're about to get a bag, and it's just like, yeah, I'm gonna just sit here for a little bit, let you think about what I'm gonna do, right? And you wish you could slap it, but it's nothing you can do, right? You just gotta wait. So, looking good, right? Okay, getting some rejection there, euro dollar. All right, potentially getting ready to fall again, guys. We, got to read it, right? So we kind of broke the low right about there. All right, so that was our Baker structure to the downside. And again, we got a nice supply area sitting right here. Okay. Let's push these alerts a little closer and put a few more, and then we should be good to go. All right, that's EU. Let's see, GU. Yep, same exact thing. So right here, we barely broke it. All right, so that's a little alarming, right? That we didn't get a significant break, but again, we got a demand area sitting right here. So that makes sense, right? And this is why, again, you got to be careful, right? Looking for your trade opportunities. If you're getting things that tell you not to sell or that price is going up when you're wanting to sell, right? You got to listen to that. All right. If you ignore that, then chances are, you're going to lose that trade, and then you're going to pay attention to it after you lose the trade. All right. That's how it goes. You'd be like, oh, god damn, it was at support. Yeah, you saw that the first time. So what made you sell it? You know what I mean? Guys, there's a whole lot of accountability, right, that goes into trading that most traders won't, y'all know it's like women, right? No accountability, okay? I done lost all my women followers, all right? But no, So it's just true, guys. You got to understand that there's certain things that you put yourself in harm's way, right? And if you can stop doing that, right, that'll help you out a lot. All right. But alert set on GU, so we'll see which way it wants to go. New Zealand dollar again looks, you know, it tapped into supply, and it looks like we can start falling, but it just doesn't look too ideal. I still do like it for a sell, but it's a little mixy, right? I'm gonna draw out this little demand area that we got here. And we'll put one or two alerts above it just in case it does begin to rise. All right, but again, the dollar alerts will really tell us what's going on. And for the most part, we see dollar going off, then we'll most likely see our majors going off, and we'll come back to try to take advantage of what we can. But again, guys, we had a nice setup on oil, and if you guys want to play to oil, let me know and I'll pop it in the chat. All right, dollar CAD. Again, if the dollar is going to rise, the dollar CAD should rise. Now, I looked at this on a higher time frame and it did look pretty good, right? Look at this. All right, so just kind of get this out of your way. All right, and this is representing the end of the day, this orange line. All right, so you can see we're very close to obviously ending the week. And when we get there, that's where price will be at that orange line. But we broke this high, we pushed up, did all of this dancing, right? Pull back right into this fair value gap, right? And now we're pushing up higher, guys. So I expect the dollar CAD to rise again because I expect the dollar to rise. And this is a dollar based pair where the dollar is on the left. Again, let me just illustrate for maybe any of the newbies in the house, right? Dollar is on the left of the pair. That makes it the base pair. Over here, the dollar is on the right. That makes it the counter currency. So these are things that you got to know, right? When you're looking to trade these pairs and you happen to know that, good news came out for the dollar, right? Then that's going to strengthen the dollar. So in a dollar base pair, you want to buy those pairs, right? If the news came out bad and it's a dollar base pair where the dollar's on the left, you want to sell those pairs. Now, on the flip side, if the dollar news came out good, but you're trading it where it's not the base, or a pair where it's not the base, and it's on the left as the counter currency and it's strong, then you want to sell this pair because it's going to push the odd dollar down. It's going to push the euro down, right? But if it's weak, all right, then the base pair is going to rise. So you want to buy the odd dollar. You want to buy the euro dollar. That's how that goes, guys. All right. That is you know, I just feel like that's something that so many traders just have no clue about, especially right out the gate. And that puts them in a whole bind, right? Alone without even knowing anything else about price action and what have you, right? Not even knowing that they should buy because it's the base or sell because it's the counter, right? They just don't know, right? But again, if you're trying to get educated and you really want to learn, right, how this thing goes, rock with me, right? Forexwithbain.com. I'll throw it in the chat and you guys, come check me out, all right? Guarantee you will love it. All right, there you go. All right, oil. Here is the play. And boy, oh boy, I like to see what I see. Okay, this is a market buy now. Again, our entry price was at 72.76, but right now price is at 72.83. Okay, so we are in profit a bit, but that doesn't mean you can't take advantage. All right, so stop loss is 71.83, and that's less than 190 pips. Take profit is 7,500 even. All right, and that is a $3 move, so that's 300 pips. All right, and there is your oil play. Again, guys, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button for me. I appreciate the love. All right, Boom. Let's see here. Indices still look green. Yeah, and again, we should have gotten movement by now. Here goes dollar getting ready to do its thing. So dollar cat is the only play that we're not in, guys, and I think this one is safe to get in now. So I'm going to put my long position on. All right. Oh, no, that's not it. All right, kaboom, and I'll just get right behind this wick. Again, the safe bet is to get behind the previous swing, all right, which is really this one. But here you can see that's 99 pips. I don't really want to risk that much on this trade. All right, that's just me personally. Here is 63 pips, and that's a little over what I'm willing to risk majority of the time. So if I look at getting right below this wick, that's 32, and that's perfect. All right, and it doesn't take much for me to get a 1 to 2. Right there it is, 60 70 pips roughly for the 32 pip stop loss that I have, and it's already showing me, right, that it's gotten a break, right, made a new high. Then I needed to see it pull back to the fair value gap. It did that. The bull showed up. I got a bullish engulfing candle, right? We got right back above the area that we broke, respected it as support, and now price is opening and pushing higher. So I got a lot of things that are telling me to buy, right? And that's just off of price action alone, what the chart is telling me. Let's throw in some indicators. 50 period moving average, 14 period, all underneath the candles, telling you that price is in a uptrend. Okay, that's what those moving averages tell you, the trend. All right, ladies and gentlemen, pivot points. All right, here it's not above that pivot yet, right? So again, that pivot is acting as resistance where price can fall. So if you see a situation like that, guys, here is where you separate the rookies from the vets. The veterans will wait, right? They will sit on their hands and they will wait for a candle to break above this pivot point, right? Where the body of the candle breaks above the pivot point. Once they get that, that's when they'll take the trade, because this is a indication, right, that price wants to continue going higher on top of all the other indicators that told you price is going to rise. Your moving average, right? Your other moving average, right? The market structure, right? All of those things, right? All play a part in you making the decision to buy or sell. Okay, again, guys, you're never going to be 100% right, but you can be 85, you can be 95, right? And that's still a high percentage. All we're doing is putting the odds in our favor. So again, when you start understanding that, you start seeing a difference in your trading. All right. So again, we want to see these alerts get hit. Hopefully, a body candle close above that, and then we'll take dollar cat for the buy, and we'll most likely see our take profit get hit. All right. So you got it, Ghost. Here we go. Again, just one quick look. All right, dollar, come on now. Come on. All right, so again, dollar CHF is one of the plays to do. Dollar JPY is another one. All right, so we bought both of those. Pound dollar, right? I believe it will fall, but you can see how we're sitting at that support. So we need a little bit more, dropping before we sell it. All right. Same for euro dollar, right? It's kind of hugging the support area, but we could potentially start dropping, and at that point, that's when we want to look to sell it. All right. Just don't know why it's stalling this much right now, but that's what the market does, whatever it wants to do. All right, and again, New Zealand dollar it's looking promising also, but again, above a pivot point, so we wanted to get below that pivot point, then it's time to rock and roll. All right. Okay, pound odd looks promising. Yeah, this looks real good. All right, what did we look at before? It was another pound pair. It was pound CHF. Okay, so even pound CHF is now slowly breaking below this pivot point. Okay, yeah, there's potential here, guys. There is big potential here. All right, so again, pull up pound CHF, pull up pound odd. All right, I'm going to look to get into some selling opportunities on this. We got this moving average cross and prices now below the moving averages. It's respecting the moving averages, and we're getting ready. We just got this body break below the moving average, which is what I wanted, on dollar CAD, right to the upside, where, we can see a body candle break above the pivot point in that scenario. But here we got it below, and we're probably going to start falling on this pound CHF trade. All right. Again, there was a bit of a double top up here. This is kind of the neckline in this area. So again, if we start falling, guys, we got a good opportunity of selling this with a very tight stop, like right around here. All right. Again, these are equal highs that can get hunted, right? But it's just 25 pips. So it's not a whole lot to cry over. All right. But guys, pound CHF, pull it up. It's looking pretty decent. And we're going to go to pound odd as well. Yeah, this is starting to look real good. All right, pound odd. Yeah, see, I like that we're below the moving average. I'm sorry, the pivot point. And again, kind of got the equal highs here, break of the neckline. And now, just a little fair value you got right here that it may, play around in, all right, before it drops. But guys, this looks really, really good right now. All right, pound odd, pound CHF. Just going to do my evaluating, right, and see what we really got going on. Yeah, guys, I see a drop. I see a nice drop. And if we get above the pivot point, that's just 40 pips. I'm taking this. And we'll go right here for 1 to 3, 155 pips on a Friday on a standard lot, guys. That's $1,500. I'm selling pound odd. All right. And whoop, there it is. Get some alerts to let me know that we are dropping and that we are getting into profit. Guys, it really does become this easy. All right. If it seems like I'm just floating like a butterfly and stinging like a bee, right, it's because I figured it out. Right. And that's what you all are here for, to figure this thing out. Let's make some money, right? How do people make the money? What do they do? How do they know when to get in? How do they know when to get out? Right? All of those things, I'll let you know. But you got to come rock with me, all right? Pound odd, here is the play, ladies and gentlemen. Dave, I'm in Miami. How about yourself? All right, Ollie. If you're not in Miami, I know you're cold. That's all I can say. All right, pound odd. All right, this is a sell now. Our entry, and we are in profit. All right, is 1.99554. Stop loss is 2.00028, and that is for 47 pips. Take profit is 1.98045, and that is for 150 pips. All right. From New York, concrete jungle where dreams are made of. There's nothing you can't do. Man, one time for them Tims. All right, but I know y'all freezing up there, man. But yeah, shout out to New York in the building. All right, what's good, son? Listen, man, I love Jadakiss, love Fabulous. Man, y'all got some spitters. I give y'all that. I give y'all that. I don't know if y'all got the best pizza and none of that, but I know y'all got the biggest rats and some cold weather, that's for sure. But no, man, I rock with y'all. Man, alerts are going off and looks like money's being made. So there's the dollar CAD. Look at that, broke above our pivot point. Well, we're on the, I can't even see what time we're on. Hold on 1 second, guys. Let me try to get up out. Okay, we're on the 1 hour time frame. So let's get low and see if we got anything that is, yep, 5 minute. There it is. All the way on the 1 minute, we broke clearly above. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 candles now above price. Okay, so again, we just broke a high, so it is going to pull back at some point, right? And you use Fibonacci to determine where it's going to pull back, but pretty much if we buy it now and keep our stop below the low, we're pretty much good to go. All right, I'm buying dollar CAD. All right, stop loss below the low, again looking about 49 pips. Okay, so hang tight. All right, there's my play. And let's see, is that a 1 to 2? Almost, right? Kaboom. There it is, 49 pips for 105. Let's make it live. Dollar cat, I'm in for the buy. Get some alerts on so we can see if we can get to the money on this payday Friday, right? You ain't got to work a 9 to 5, right? It helps. Don't get it twisted. I'm not telling y'all to quit right away, right? You know what I'm saying? Get this right, and then you can quit for sure. But just know that you know, you got to take this serious. If you come in here playing around or thinking it's a game, you're gonna learn today. All right. So here it is, dollar cat. If you like what you see, feel free. This is a buy now. Entry is 1.45092. Okay, stop loss is here, and that is 49 pips. Okay, take profit. Man, oh man, we getting paid. We getting paid. We getting paid. Are you not entertained? Boom. All right. So things are going off. All right. US 30. Are we dropping? Yes, we are. So the risk that I took selling it, right, seems to be paying off so far. All right. It's not a guarantee because, again, it's not confirmed whatsoever that it wants to drop. I just said, hey, we're at a super high point. Let me sell and let me see what happens. All right. So for now, you know, it's going down, which is good, but let's see if it will continue to do that throughout the day. Even SPY is dropping. So again, you guys can kind of see, you know, our sell limit was not hit, right? So I'm not in this trade yet. I can get in as a market order, but you know, I would like to see it just drop a lot more, right? If we can get below this pivot point, get below, you know, where we broke structured, then I'll be, you know, super excited about it dropping. But, you know, I'll be getting in at a lower price. So, the, you know, a professional move is just taking it while it's high, right? And taking a tight stop. That way you can have, you know, your risk low and have a huge opportunity for your profit if it actually drops. All right, that's how that goes. Take a look at oil. All right, it's playing around. But let's see what the dollar did, because man, every alert damn near went off. And there you go. Everything that we're waiting for, right? Dollar has taken off, guys. So euro, are you dropping? You sure are. All right, guys, let's sell euro dollar. Get right behind. Well, we can really crank it up. There it is, about 50 pips. Let's make our 1 to 2. That looks about right. And whoop, there it is, 150 pips roughly for a 50 pip stop loss. Guys, setting some alerts on euro dollar. Guys, please get into the trades, all right? If you're not putting it in your live account, just put it in your demo, all right? Please put it in your demo account. It's not hurting a thing, okay? It gets you, you know, familiar with putting in trades. And then obviously, you know, make sure you put a standard lot on any of those trades that you take on demo. Don't do micros, don't do minis, put standards, because I want you guys to see what the possibility is, right? This is a trade where we got the ability to make 148 pips, right? This can happen today, right? You get in 9 a.m. and then by lunchtime, right, prices drop, you know, 148 points or 148 pips, right? If you took out a standard lot, you just made $1,400 on a Friday. Talk about a payday. Do you understand what I'm saying? You know you can get some bills paid with that. You know you could probably get yourself something, have a good time, whatever the case may be. If you want to reinvest, you know, that's a good option too. But the point is, you know, you have some kind of freedom, right, that comes with this when you know what you need to know and you do what you got to do, right? Take it serious and, you know, continue to educate yourself, and you'll see like this stuff is for real. All right, this ain't no play. All right, and you know, if you want to believe it's a scam, well then your mind's made up. There's nothing I could do about that, right? But if you're gonna give it a try and you want to learn, well, I'm your man. All right, so let's get to it. Euro dollar. There is our play. Okay, our entry is going to be 1.03680. Okay, stop loss is 51 pips. Okay, take profit is 146 pips. Okay. Again, guys, hit that like and subscribe button for me. Appreciate that love. Okay, GU, are you falling? Yes, you are. Look at that, right? I needed it to break support, and it's doing exactly that. All right, put some more alerts on it, and we can sell it as well. GU typically moves more than EU, and therefore you get paid a little more, right? They both do numbers, but GU, usually wins the race. I'll put it that way. Okay. What else were we looking at? So the indices still kind of stalling, but all of our majors are doing exactly what we expect our majors to do. The non-dollar based pairs are falling. The dollar based pairs are rising. Look at that, guys. Y'all just got in with me this morning. All right. And here we're already up 23 pips on dollar CAD. So let me show you guys what you do when you're up, right? We risk 34 pips. Watch this. Push this up right there. Kaboom. This is now a risk-free trade. It's almost like you didn't even, press a button. Do you understand what I'm saying? In terms of, risking any money to lose. All right. Major key, right? This is how we do it. All right. No Montel. All right. But, yeah, guys, we're looking really good on dollar CAD. We're looking really good on dollar CHF. Again, got an opportunity to get in right now. Look at the position that I put on. It's right at that price point. And again, I'll set some alerts on it. They've already gone off as it's been pushing up, but it looks like we're going to get some nice rising out of these dollar-based pairs. And look, UJ is off, guys. We getting paid. All right, we are getting paid. So please get in where you fit in. All right, we got some plays today. I'm going to open it up. Any questions, any comments, any concerns, anything anybody wants to know, any pair anybody wants to take a look at, let me know. All right, ladies and gents, if there's nothing, again, I want to thank you guys for joining me, getting this education, getting these awesome trades. And, if you want anything else, just come to the Discord, right? The water's fine, and we be getting it all the time, all right? But in the meantime, in between time, I hope y'all have a great morning, and I'll see y'all next week, all right? It's your boy. Peace.